Okay, I think we are ready to roll, as they say. I would like to introduce our keynote speaker for this afternoon, and I think you are really in for a treat. If you've ever wanted to know what someone was really thinking, maybe not me, because my face always gives it away, but other than that, understanding body language is a powerful tool that we can all use to decode nonverbal cues from our family, friends, coworkers, and even strangers. Michael C. Anthony is an award-winning speaker and entertainer. In today's presentation, Michael will show us how to effectively use nonverbal communication and how to better read people so that you can know what they're really thinking. Get ready to be entertained and challenged to push forward and accept no limitations. Please join me in welcoming Michael C. Anthony.
Check, check. Are we on? Everybody, put your hands out like this. Point your thumbs down. Cross your arms, but interlock your fingers like this. Make sure your thumbs are pointed straight down. Are you ready for the next move? Say yeah. Yeah. Do this. Now do this. I like to start my program with that little demonstration for a reason. Why was I able to raise my thumbs and you weren't? Not because I'm double jointed, but because I acted slightly different than you did. And the point is, the smallest shift in our behavior makes all the difference in the world. How's everybody doing? Let me hear you. Hi, my name is Michael C. Anthony. Great to be here. My program today is called the Totally Mental Makeover. What does that mean? Well, it's a mental makeover of sorts where we are using proven insights, proven strategies that can help any organization, any person move forward. And it's also totally mental. That means I'm going to be demonstrating the art of mentalism here today. We're going to be throwing some thoughts around the room, and hopefully I'm going to be able to pick up on some of them. Now you might ask, well, as far as what I do, I'm a body language expert. I have written a best-selling book on body language called Body Language Secrets: How to Read Minds by Reading Bodies. I'm also a certified hypnotherapist, and I'm a mentalist. Now you might ask, why would our group bring in a therapist, a body language expert, to speak with us here today? It's because of one simple truth, a truth that I discovered in my personal life and in my business life, a truth that remains constant whether you're a Skid Row bum or a Wall Street tycoon. And that truth is, your mind will make you or it'll break you. Your mind will make you or it'll break you. I truly believe that the quality of our lives is in direct proportion to the quality of our thinking. And I promise you this, if you grasp the 3 simple strategies that I'm going to share with you here today, nothing will ever be the same. Let me ask everybody, if you believe in mind reading, raise your hand. A few of you do. I don't really. If you believe in psychic powers, raise your hand. Some of you do. If you believe in a phenomenon known as deja vu, raise your hand. Everybody does. If you believe in a phenomenon known as deja vu, raise your hand. If you believe in telekinesis, raise my hand. Everything you're going to see me do here today is all based on little-known psychological subtleties like direction, misdirection, persuasion, the reading of body language. Essentially, I'm going to be using my 5 senses to create the illusion of a 6th. Yeah, I need somebody to help me here with something that's going to stay right in their seat in the audience. If we get the microphone out here, let's choose lady on the aisle, 3rd row back. Peeling an orange, stand up for us. Yeah, give her a big round of applause. All right, if you can, take a few steps to your left. I'm going to try to read you here, so you're standing in the aisle. Okay, let's get the microphone under. Your first name is?
Katie.
Katie? That's correct.
Yep.
All right, Katie, this is the hard stuff, right? Katie, do me a favor. I want you to think of a number from 1 to 100. Put your hands down at your sides. Stand up straight for me. Okay. Now, as you're thinking of this number, Katie, be very careful not to give me any nonverbal indicators. And what I mean by that is, as you're thinking of your number, don't move your mouth. Okay, I was doing this for a woman in Ohio a while ago. I said, think of a number from 1 to 100. She went like this. 33. I said, is it number 33? She said, how can you possibly know? So, Katie, you've got a number in your head. I can't possibly know it, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So that's Katie with a K?
Yep.
A-T-I-E. I'm going to write a prediction here. Katie will think of the number Okay. I've committed myself here, Katie, in a big loud voice. Name the number you're thinking of.
43.
43. Hold out your right hand for me. I'm going to come down to you here. Hold out your right hand palm up. I'm going to lay this here. Don't turn it over yet. Let me get back to the stage. Let's recap what's just happened here. Katie thought of a number from 1 to 100. I shouldn't be able to know this number, or anybody else. Katie, in a big loud voice, turn over the pad, read everything that I wrote.
Katie will think of the number 43.
Give her a big round of applause. All right, thank you. I love when it works. Thank you, Katie. Now, you might be saying to yourself, it's impossible. How can somebody just read somebody's thoughts from 1 to 100? How could Michael possibly know Katie was going to think of number 43? This brings us to the first strategy of the Totally Mental Makeover. Everybody give me a little drum roll. The first strategy for the Totally Mental Makeover is beliefs. What are beliefs? Beliefs are the ideas that we have that define who we are. They're the building blocks of our actions. They're the building blocks of our futures. All throughout history, people have been willing to debate, fight, and die for what they believe. Every decision that you and I have ever made is based on what we believe. So my question to you is, what are your core beliefs? What are the things that make you tick? What are your reasons for waking up in the morning? Maybe belief in God? Sure. A political stance or position? Absolutely. What about a charitable cause? Yes. What about a belief and a passion for your spouse, your children, your family? Yes. What about a belief in success? What about a belief in your team? What about a belief in your organization? What about an undying, unwavering belief in you? The most important success strategy anybody can possibly have is a belief in themselves. If we believe we can, then we can. If we believe something is possible, then we make it possible. There's a story of an eagle. This eagle lays an egg, somehow made its way to a chicken coop. A chicken incubates the egg, and over a short period of time, a baby eaglet is born. And this chicken teaches the eaglet to do everything that a chicken would do, pecks at the dust for food, flaps its wings around the barnyard. One day, this eaglet is outside, looks in the sky, and sees a full-grown eagle soaring overhead. And the eaglet thinks to himself, wow, how free, how incredible. If only I were an eagle. That little eagle lived as a chicken and died as a chicken only because he believed he was a chicken. So, what we believe in ourselves, what we believe in our own abilities, is paramount to how successful we're going to become. I want to play a little game here. I'm looking for 4 people. Let's get 2 guys and 2 ladies here that would like to play along. Raise your hand if you would like to. Here's where everybody looks away. I'm just going to choose 4 people. Let's do this. Let's get number 1 right here, sir. You can help us make your way to the stage. Number 2 right here. And let's go number 3. I know you weren't making eye contact, but this is fun and easy. All right. And another lady right through there in the green. Give them a big round of applause as they come up. Okay, right up to the stage. Let's take the stairs around the back there. See those 4 X's on the stage? Those are the spots for you. All right. Now we're going to look at some body language here, and this is going to be interesting. As I mentioned earlier, I've written a book on body language, and body language is an incredibly, when you can understand somebody's body language, they're telling more to you than they even necessarily want to tell you. Here's a Sharpie for everybody. Michael, Alex, your name is Branka? Excellent. And Jessica, take the pen, the caps off your markers. Okay. And we're going to pass these out. Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Keep them all in a landscape format. Here's what's going to happen. An audience, I want you to play this game along with me. In a moment, I'm going to have all 4 of our committee members here. I'm going to have them all draw a drawing of some kind. Now, if you have no artistic ability whatsoever, that's okay. Now, at the end of this, nobody's going to see who drew which drawing. So, we're going to pass them all to the end. It was Michael, right? We're going to pass them all to Michael. Michael's going to mix them up. And I'm going to try to determine, and I want you to try to determine as well, who drew which drawing. Okay? Now, instructions for you here. When you're drawing your drawing, try not to start it with something obvious like a big swoop or something like that, because then somebody might see it later on and say, oh, I saw that Bronco do a big smiley face, and because they saw the circle there. But audience, I don't even want you to watch them as they're drawing. I'm not going to watch them either. So take a few moments, 30 seconds or so, to talk amongst yourselves while they draw their drawings. Everybody, begin. Any kind of drawing you want. Keep it clean, not any kind. I've seen everything, believe me. All right. Going to give you about 20 seconds or so. Did you know that 55% of all communication is based on body language? 55%, much more so than the tone of our voice, and much more so than the actual words that we use. Most people will focus precisely on the words that they use, but most people, even if it's at an unconscious level, when receiving your communication, and this goes for whether it's virtual, over a Zoom call, or whether it's face-to-face, people are picking up different subtleties that is going to help them determine whether they think what you're saying is factual, whether they think you're realistic, et cetera, et cetera. So everybody's finished the drawings? Cap your pens. Throw the pens on the table behind you. Okay. Everybody pass the drawings over to Michael. All right. Now, Michael, without showing the drawings to anybody, you can look at them yourselves, but I want you to shuffle the drawings. Now don't shuffle them 1, 1, 1, because that's essentially not shuffling at all. So let's mix them up some way. Not easy, is it? Block it. I don't know if he's blocking it or wants to sell him a watch. Okay. Now, everybody, get in your best poker faces here. Now, those of you that may watch poker or understand the concepts of poker, understand that poker isn't necessarily a particular position, but it's just a state that you want to stick to the entire time so nobody can read anything that might be happening. All right, so poker positions. All right, now Michael, I'm going to have you hand me one of the drawings, anyone you want. It can be yours, somebody else's, whatever you want. Okay. All right. Here's what we've got. Now we have got a sunshine in the corner, some trees equals MC squared, some butterflies, and a smiley face. I'm going to try to determine who drew this drawing simply by asking some questions. Only one word is going to come out of your mouths from this point on, and that word is no. Okay, so Alex, if I asked you, even if this was your drawing, and I asked you, did you draw this drawing? The word that comes out of your mouth is? No. Correct, nice and loud? No. Okay. All right, watching all of you here. Now, Michael's position isn't going to be able to be as detailed as everybody else's, but I want you all to try to play along here to see if you can determine who drew the drawing. Only word that comes out of the mouth is no, so Michael, is this your drawing? No. All right, now see that Michael reinforced that. Not only did he say no, he gave us a head shake as well. If you want to know the history of the head shake or the nod, it is this. Our nod historically comes from a bow. People used to, when they were in agreement, they would bow fully. Well, we've gotten lazy, folks, and it's just come to this. And shaking the head no, where does it come from? It comes from our infancy. When our mother was giving us a bottle or giving us the breast to eat, when we were finished, we would automatically go like this. And that's where it comes from, and it's embedded in our culture. Okay. Alex, did you draw this drawing? Now let's look at Alex. Very cool, calm, and collective, right? But hands are in the pockets. Is he hiding something? All right. Bronca. Now, Bronca has an interesting pose here. She's very open. Okay, the hands are behind the back. Very open. It's one step off from a power pose. Did you ever see Superman or Wonder Woman when they stand like this, legs apart? This is a power pose. You're open like this, which is great, as opposed to Jessica. Jessica is using a negative defensive gesture. Jessica is covering herself in the front. Where does this come from historically? This comes from we're protecting the vital organs. That's what that is. And so she's kind of closed off a bit right now as if to say, okay, body language, man, you're not going to determine if this is my drawing or not. Okay. All right. Bronca, is this your drawing? Look at that poker face. Wow. She's staring at me, torpedoes. But you will also notice there is some nervousness there. See the leaning forward and back? Okay. So a little bit of tension there. Jessica, is this your drawing? Yes or no? Well, say no. No. Okay. Now, Jessica also got the whole face involved with her no. She went like this, no. The one eyebrow raises, right? Trying to convince me this is not her drawing. Maybe it's not. I'm not 100% sure yet, so we're going to go through again. Okay, I'm also watching the feet here. The reason I watch the feet is because if somebody might be tapping, or, you might be in a situation where somebody is sitting in a figure 4 position and that foot is just going crazy, or that foot is going like this on the floor. This is because the feet are the furthest from the brain and the most difficult for us to control. Okay, so anytime you see somebody's feet moving, they got the Jimmy legs, then this is a potential sign of nervousness. So we're watching for everything here. Also, in a virtual format, because I know a lot of you do things virtually, and we wonder, well, what is it that shows us in a virtual situation, whether we are passive, whether we are active? Here's one of the things when I'm doing a virtual call, here's what I like to watch. Sometimes if a person wants to be out of a call, you'll see this. They're usually sitting in a chair, but their body is turned this way. Okay, they're as much as half or 1/4 turned. They're signifying, I'm not one-on-one here, my brain is elsewhere. So how do you fix that? You fix that, if you're one of the people that might be guilty of that, you sit up straight and you focus on the person. Now, the focus virtually is very interesting as well, because when you're focused in a virtual situation, when it is your turn to talk, when you want to be heard, the advice I like to give to people is to look at the camera. Okay? Don't look at the actual people. That's very tempting, because when you're looking at the people, what are you actually giving off? You're not making direct eye contact, are you? You think you are, but you're not, because the eye you should be looking at is right there. Let's continue. Really quick, Michael, is this your drawing? No. Alex, is this your drawing? I'm watching you, Alex. Bronca, is this your drawing? No. Jessica, is this your drawing? I'm going to take a guess here, not based on something that I've seen right now, well, a little bit of it. But let's try this. My money goes here. Yes, give her a big round of applause. Okay. Stay here with us, Bronca. You just put that behind you. Now, why did I choose Bronca for that? What they don't realize is what I'm watching here. I'm sometimes watching off the cuff as well when they're not aware that I'm watching. As soon as I took the initial drawing out, I showed it to everybody. What was Bronca doing? If I could read her mind, Bronca, her face went down. She started to rock and she went, uh-oh, I'm first. Okay, so the eyes were down. So that was my clue, which I shouldn't even say that, because now I'm about to get another one, and this person's going to be a little more on their toes. Michael, hand me another. Anyone you want. Okay. This way. All right, here we go. Some kind of creepy person. All right, let's go through again here. Michael, is this your drawing?
No.
No, okay. Alex, is this your drawing?
No.
Ah, he's jumping up and down, see that? But see, now I have to take into consideration, he was listening to what I was talking to, so is he trying to throw me off? So now my brain has to go back to, well, earlier on, he was opening the jacket. He's obviously a ham, okay? So we need to determine, is he trying to throw me off? Okay, so that's coming next. We know this is not yours, Bronca. Jessica, is this yours? No. Jessica got very still. Okay. I've got a clue, but I'm not 100% sure. Let me go through again. Michael, is this your drawing?
No.
Alex, is this your drawing?
No.
Jessica, is this your drawing?
No. Yeah.
Yes! Give him a big round of applause. Okay. Why did I go for Michael that time? Because at first, if you heard when he said no, he said, wow, no. As if to say, as if it's mine, right? And then he was doing the same, looking down. Eye contact, especially when you're trying to get somebody to tell you the truth. Eye contact is very important. Now, this can go two ways. Do people lose eye contact? If they lose eye contact, that's a clue. But some people understand you must make eye contact if you want to be believed, so they make too much eye contact. You ever seen this? Where a person is just staring at you after they give an answer, and almost to a point where it gets creepy? Also, another thing when you want to know if somebody's lying. Now, with all things with body language, you must create a baseline. What is a baseline? Well, somebody might be in this position. And you think, well, that person's got a negative defensive gesture. They must not be happy in their situation. But it also might be chilly in the room. Okay, so you have to take these things into consideration. with something that's called eye accessing cues, which are prevalent in NLP, which stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. When somebody is visually recalling something, in order for them to recall it, and this is with a right-handed person, everything goes opposite with a left-handed person. But if somebody is recalling something visually, they will look up and to the left. So if you say, do you remember what you did on New Year's Eve 2000? Most people will go like this, if you're a right-handed person. If you go up and to the right, you are constructing something, making something up. So what are your plans for New Year's Eve this year? They might look up and to the right. Okay, so if you want to get a potential fib out of somebody, ask them a few questions to questions you already know the answers to, because you'll see them get in the pattern. If they're a right-handed person, you'll see them get into the pattern of looking up and to the left while they're constructing answers. But when you get to the juicy question you really want the truth for, ask them again, and if they go up and to the right, there's a good chance that they are constructing an answer. We've got two more here, Michael. Give me both. Obviously, if I get one, the other by the process of elimination. Ooh, very similar drawings. First, here's one. Here's another. Typical landscape. Now, the most popular drawing that I get, and it amazes me, is the typical doodle somebody will do with a house with a chimney and the smoke and the sun, that kind of thing. I usually get it once. I got the sun in three of these. Once I got the typical house with the chimney and the smoke twice. Several times I get it twice. Once I actually got it 3 times. So let's get a look here. They're very similar. This is going to be tough. We've got Jessica and Alex to go. Alex, is this your drawing?
No.
Jessica, is this your drawing? No. Ooh. Who here knows Jessica? Yeah, good luck getting something past her. She is stone cold. All right, no, your body language is fantastic. Your body language is fantastic. You're not giving off any cues. Say no again, Jessica. Say no, Alex? No. Okay, Alex too. This one. Alex? Say no.
No.
Jessica?
No.
No. Wow. I got one clue there, and it was from Alex. When I showed his, it was very subtle. But he took a deep breath in. So I'm going here. This one belongs to you, my friend. Say yes.
It does.
Big round of applause. She gave me nothing. But awesome. You are awesome. Have a seat. Just throw those behind you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Big round of applause for our friends. All right. Now this brings us to step 2 of the totally mental makeover. What was strategy number 1? Beliefs. Number 2 is tenacity. What is tenacity? Tenacity is hard work coupled with a determination that you will reach your goals. It's that never stop attitude. It's the fire in your veins that says, I will continue. I'll continually push through. I will go over the wall. I will go around the wall. I'll go under the wall or ethically through the wall. So tenacity is amazing. If we did a huge social experiment here today and we said, let's all make an agreement together to be tenacious with something. Let's all agree that over the next 12 months, we're going to learn to play the piano. And you're going to be tenacious about it. And then we came back a year later. We had 100 pianos in this room. We would be amazed at what we saw. there would be some serious skill. So tenacity. Did you know that Beethoven's music teacher told him he would never succeed as a composer? But he was tenacious. It didn't stop him. He pushed through and he made it happen anyway. Did you know that J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, was single? She was broke as a joke. She wrote the first book in a coffee shop. When she finally sent it out to publishers, 25 different publishers, 24 said no, and one came back and said, don't expect much. It became one of the biggest movie and book franchises in history. Albert Einstein was tenacious. His high school report card said he was mentally lazy, had no social skills, and was always dreaming. But he was tenacious. It didn't matter what somebody said. He pushed through. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper job for lack of imagination. You believe it? But that didn't stop him. He was tenacious. Never let somebody else's words stop you from succeeding and going to the next level. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Didn't stop him. He kept working, pushing through. Tenacious people have a willingness to be bold. Tenacious people have a willingness to look at their successes and to look at their failures and use that only as information and continue to move forward. Our brains are incredible things. Our brains are no respecters of people. They do what we tell them to do, nothing more and nothing less. If our brain was able to pop out of our head, turn around, look us in the eye, it would say something like this: you and I are constant companions. I can be your best friend or your worst enemy. I can lead you to your greatest achievements, or I can drag you down to your darkest failures. The choice is completely yours. Be firm with me, mold me, be tenacious with me, and I'll lay the world at your feet. Go easy on me, and I'll ruin you. The brain is an incredibly powerful thing. I want to try something here that is the next step to the totally mental makeover. What is this? What is the first one? Beliefs. What is the second one? Tenacity. The third is expectations. It's expectations. The law of expectations tells us that whatever we expect with confidence becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy in our own minds. If we expect great things to happen, they will happen. If we expect bad things to happen, they'll usually happen. You ever started a day and it started off all wrong? You think it's going to be one of those days, right? When you're expecting bad things to happen, and it becomes one of those days. But if we change that, if we turn it around and do a 180 and say, no, this is going to be a productive day. I'm going to have success with my team. We're going to come up with a new idea that's going to be something fabulous. When we expect great things to happen, they'll usually happen. There's a clever unwritten beatitude that says, blessed is the man who expects nothing, for he shall never be disappointed. We want to try one other thing here where I implemented the law of expectations into my life, where I had been performing a certain effect, if you will, mental effect, but I thought I want to take it further. I want to take it to the next level. So I want somebody up, who here has a cell phone? Everybody, right? Everybody turn your cell phones on. We'll give you a minute. Who wants to help me out with something? Somebody that can phone somebody and probably get them on the phone. We don't want to get a child. Let's get another adult. So actually, everybody, phone somebody. Raise your hand when you've got somebody. Let me know you're there. Right here? Yeah, stand up for me. What's your first name? Kathleen. Kathleen, give Kathleen a big round of applause. Yeah, you're up here, Kathleen. Yeah, the person in the room? Oh, that's no good. That's no good. Thank you, Kathleen. Who's got somebody that's not here? Okay, whoever you're pointing to, come on up. Big round of applause. Somebody that's not in the room here with us. Set of stairs on this side of the stage for you here. Yeah, all the way over here. We can go to the home slide up there if you want to, the Totally Mental Makeover. All right, who have you got on the phone? My mother. Your mother! Come on up here. This microphone is for you. What's your first name? Lisa. Lisa, pack of cards for you. Lisa, put those in a pocket. Put your mother on speaker.
All right, here you go.
Okay, so you're going to...
You're on speaker, behave.
Okay, Lisa, what's your mother's name?
Barbara.
Barbara, and where's Barbara?
She's in Milford, Massachusetts.
In Massachusetts, okay. So a decent way from here. Lisa, I've given you a pack of cards. Those are in your pocket. Keep those there. Let's play a little mental game with your mother here.
Oh,
okay, okay. Have your mother imagine that she's holding on to a deck of cards.
okay.
Ask her. So
Can
you're,
you hear him?
Yeah, I'm holding on to a deck of cards.
okay. All right. Now, Barbara, you and I have never met before, correct?
Oh, never know.
Okay. I guess so.
Now you know where I came from.
All right. Yeah, now we know where you came from, Lisa. All right. So, Barbara, let me ask you a question. Are there any jokers in the deck?
Yep.
Okay, remove the jokers. We might want to come just a bit off of that. Okay. Now, Barbara, I want you to spread the deck out in front of you so they're all face up.
Spread my deck out in front of me.
Yes.
All righty.
Okay. Barbara, I want you to look at one card.
Okay.
Now, let me ask you this quickly. Are you looking at the Ace of Spades?
Nope.
Good, because that's not my guess. That's a commonly thought of card. You ask 1 in 4 people to look at a card, think of a card, choose a card from a face-up deck. 1 in 4 will go to that Ace of Spades. Second most popular card is, and this is where all popularity ends, is the Queen of Hearts. You're not looking at the Queen of Hearts, are you, Barbara?
No, I'm not.
Good, so it's a random card. Barbara, you're in Massachusetts, we're in Kentucky. You're looking at a deck of cards.
Right.
The card that you looked at, I want you to take it out of the deck.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Now I want you to turn it so it's face down.
You want me to what?
Turn it so it's face down.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You've done it?
Yep.
Now put it back inside the deck.
Put it back inside where?
The deck.
Back inside the deck.
Inside the deck? Okay. All right.
All right. Now close the deck back up into one pile.
I'm getting an echo.
Okay, tell her to put the cards back into one pile.
Put the card back in the pile.
Yeah, I did. He already said to put it in there.
All right, yeah. Okay, now put the cards back into the imaginary box.
Put the card where?
Back in the imaginary box. Put the cards.
Okay.
Imaginary box, okay.
Let's recap what just happened here. We're in Louisville, Kentucky. Lisa has called her mother Barbara in Massachusetts. She's asked her to imagine she's holding on to a deck of cards. Spread the cards out face up. Look at one card. Take it out. Turn it face down. Put it back inside the deck. Close the deck back up into one pile and put the cards in the box. Lisa, I gave you a deck of cards before this whole thing started. Inside this deck of cards, I reversed one card. Would it be cool if it's the same one that Barbara reversed in hers? Barbara, for the first time, tell us what card you reversed in the deck.
King of spades.
King of
Spades.
spades. Watch. One card is reversed in the deck. There it is right there. Take it out, look at it. Look at it yourself. Show it to everybody.
King of spades.
It's the King of Spades. Give Lisa a huge round of applause. All right, have a seat, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you. All right, what was step number 1 of the Totally Mental Makeover? Beliefs. Yes, believe in yourself, believe in your team, believe in your organization. The second one was tenacity, hard work, push through until you get what you're looking for. And the third one, expectations. Expect the greatest results. If I can leave you with one thing, it is this. What we allow into our minds tends to manifest in our lives. If we continue to believe as we've always believed, we'll continue to act as we've always acted. If we continue to act as we've always acted, we'll continue to get what we've always gotten. If you want real change, if you want big things to happen, if you want to build commitment, if you want to build community, all you have to do is change your mind. Thank you very much, everybody. My name is Michael C. Anthony. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, and he left me the brain. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. That was a very, very cool presentation. Thank you very much. Happy you could join us here today. I learned so much more about reading body language and how to apply these concepts in my life. I'll be looking at everybody's eyes from now on when I ask them a question.